just realized something.
What is that?
You don't care about me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm all right. Just sit down and talk.
Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we got some spicy updates linked to the Eminem leaks, as we got takes from Eminem's longtime spokesperson, and we got Kxng Crooked still weighing in on the leaks. And we also got some excerpts from a past Eminem interview about the leaks and the long-time effects they've had on him. And as usual, we'll be exploring some highlights from social media and more. And before we get started, we got a quick update on a story we've been covering over the past few weeks, and this is linked to Drake versus UMG. And in a surprising legal update, Drake's team has officially withdrawn their request for pre-action disclosure and document preservation against UMG and Spotify. The motion, originally filed in late November, has now been voluntarily discontinued, with no costs imposed to any party, and Spotify, which had previously opposed the request, confirmed it has no objections to the withdrawal. And even UMG, which hadn't filed a formal opposition, has reserved its position, and this has sparked split reactions as usual, as on one end, some users take this as a double L for Drake, folding to Kendrick Lamar and now folding to Spotify and UMG, while on the other end, some believe, in my opinion, UMG and Spotify and Drake coming to an agreement means Drake got what he wanted to not continue forward with it. Them airing out business in court would have been wild for UMG and Spotify. However, takes like these have been deemed cope, especially by fans in Kendrick's corner. But overall, what are your thoughts? Was this another L for Drake?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
And starting with the Eminem leaks that have caused a ruckus on social media, especially after the Suge Knight and Ja Rule diss song leaked, this continues to spark wild reactions like, I just heard that Eminem leaked this track, just wow. Eminem in the 2000s was an animal. I was tripping when I said he didn't have a real hip-hop beef. Now I see why, because rappers were scared from him. He literally ended 2 careers without dropping the diss track officially. And we got to hear from Eminem's longtime official spokesperson, Deni. And if you recall, Deni was one of the key figures in Eminem's career, featured on the Paul Pod for CC2 from back in December 2022. And check it out from XXL's report. Eminem's longtime spokesperson, Deni, has released the following statement to XXL regarding the recently leaked shady tracks. These leaked songs were studio efforts never meant for public consumption, demos, experiments, and ideas that are dated and not relevant so many years later. The statement reads, the latest in a line of unfinished material released against artists' will and without their permission. And this has sparked top reactions like this on Reddit. I don't give a F if the subject matter is dated, the songs still go hard, and users kept going in response to the statement from Deni. Fans are out trying to make me feel bad for listening to these leaks. Gotta take a break. I get it when songs get leaked from an album you're working on, but these are some great fire songs which are left to rot in some vault. I'd say the leakers did good to bring them to light. Now personally, I don't agree with the last bit about the leakers doing a good job, but I don't think people who weren't involved in the leaking process should feel guilty for something they couldn't control that got nothing to do with them. Like even Crook admitted that he listened to the Suge Knight diss, but that doesn't mean he supports the leaks. And check this out, for instance. I completely disagree with leaking songs. However, when they are out there, the genie is out of the bottle. Not listening to them won't make them unleak. May as well enjoy them for what they are. But taking part in group buys is a different story, because that's a direct involvement. But boy, some users kept going. I'm sure M would have listened to leaked LL Cool J songs in the early 90s, and the ethical concerns debate continues. Listening to the songs made me happy. Thanks for spreading happiness. If I'm sorry and Ritz didn't clear cause of sample issues, then I'm glad it is out. Same as cartoons and cereal. And before we get to Kxng Crooked going off about the leaks and what it means, here's a reminder of M speaking on what he refers to as post-traumatic leak disorder, and this clip made a comeback after the latest leaks, and it makes sense especially after what happened to Encore. Check out a snippet from how music got free from Paramount Plus.
Kids, they want the music, and they don't want you to tell them how to listen to it, where and when.
Marshall was very hesitant to ever let his music leave the studio that was unreleased.
We had to send music, and I wasn't gonna send it over the internet, so I was mailing shit to Paul so he could hear it.
When he had new music that he wanted me to check out, he would send a physical CD to me. He was worried that people would know that it was Eminem sending a CD to Paul Rosenberg, so they would try to disguise what they were sending.
And I put it in a big box, and it'd be wrapped 10 different times, and there'd be one CD.
Cans of sodas, you know, a magazine, and a basketball.
Or put it in a tampon box, send it to Paul, who's gonna look in the tampon box.
So I'd come to the office or my house and see this big box and be like, what's that? And then I'd look at where it came from, and I was like, oh, that's the CD that Marshall was gonna send me.
Post-traumatic leak disorder is what I had.
And this sparked reactions like he's definitely going through a moment right now. Probably got that whole room spinning. Grenade tinnitus, helicopter noise, missiles exploding, machine guns firing experience going on right now. I feel bad, but I love these songs so much, and I know a couple of them would have never seen the light of day if they weren't leaked. But let's just say that apart from the Smack You leak, many of the leaks so far have been alternate versions of songs already released, and some users believe people leaking M's music has probably affected his willingness to do some more collaborations and things that involve mailing verses back and forth. Check this out, for instance. I genuinely like to think about how all these barriers affect his recording process, like mailing stuff back and forth has to take so much time, and Kxng Crooked provided some more insight on these leaks that started from when he asked the question on if fans think it is disrespectful to listen to leaked songs that got this reaction. No, I don't think it is disrespectful to listen to leaks, Crook, but if someone is leaking the songs, I find that disrespectful. And we also shouldn't criticize a leaked song, since most of the time it isn't 100% mixed and mastered, or even finished, because more work is usually done if the decision has been made to include it in a project. And this reaction caught Crook's attention. True, as fans, of course, we will be hungry to hear the music, but also shame on whoever leaked someone else's art. And Kxng Crooked added, I need all M fans to understand that regardless of how much they want to hear the music, their favorite artist just got violated. And when a user responded, to play devil's advocate, if they weren't gonna be released, what might the biggest issue be? That they don't like the music? That they don't want the messages in it getting out? Or that they can't make money off that product? And Kxng Crooked responded with, the great Erykah Badu explained artists are sensitive about their ish. Critics have bullied artists into retiring. This art is a piece of your soul that we want to offer you instead of being robbed of it. They looted that man's spirit. And on a side note, just days ago, Music Media started some drama with their YouTube poll that attracted over 1 million voters. And when they asked who would win in a rap battle between Kendrick and M, and some users on X got triggered by the fact that M won by a landslide. However, days later, after the leaks, when some got to hear that Suge and Ja wrote this, we are now seeing takes like, this Suge Knight diss 1000% solidifies M as the best diss rapper of all time. Sorry Kendrick, but over to you guys. Share your thoughts below, thanks for watching, and here's a question for you guys. Do you feel guilty listening to a leaked song even if you had nothing to do with the leaking process? Tell us below and see you on the next one.